Today we are going to talk about groups and periods. So first of all, what are groups and periods in the periodic table? Periodic table is arranged into groups and period. What is group? Group is a vertical column, whereas period is a horizontal column. Okay, that means the vertical columns, all the elements in that vertical column is called group, whereas all the elements in the horizontal column is called period. The arrangement help us to predict the properties and behavior of the elements. Okay, group. The definition, simple definition of group is the vertical column in the periodic table. Okay, there are 18 groups in the modern periodic table, but for IGCSE or GCSE mainly, we focuses on group 1 that are alkali metals, group 2 that are alkaline earth metals, group 3 and 7, and group 18 that is called noble gas. Group rule. Elements in the same group have same number of valence electron in the outermost shell. For example, lithium and sodium both have one valence electron in outermost shell. Okay, most shell. So they are in one group, whereas they are in different period. Okay. For example, lithium, you can see it has one electron in its outermost shell. Sodium has one electron in outermost shell, and potassium also has a one electron in outermost shell. So they all belong to group one. Now group seven elements. You can see fluorine. Fluorine has how many electrons in the valence shell? Valence shell is the last shell. Okay. So in first shell it has two, whereas second shell it has seven. Okay. So it is in group seven. Chlorine has two in first, 8 in second, whereas the last shell also has 8 electrons. So, for example, that is fluorine. Fluorine has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, in outermost shell, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 electrons. For example, chlorine, I will change this fluorine to chlorine. Chlorine will also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 electron in its outermost shell. Group 18 elements. They are called noble gases. Okay, noble gases has a full outermost shell. Okay, making them very stable and chemically almost unreactive. Okay, helium has a two electrons in the outermost shell. So helium, that is helium. For example, that is helium. Helium will have two electrons, 1 and 2. So there is no space for any other electron. So it is a stable element. Neon, I will just change this to neon. So neon, for example, neon neon has 10 electrons and 8 electrons in its outermost shell. So there is no room for any other electron. Okay, so that is called that is why its outermost shell is full, and that's why it is called noble gas. Now we are going to talk about periods. Period is the horizontal row in the product table. Okay, there are seven periods. Okay, period number equals to the number of occupied electron shell. If period is three, so that means it has three shells. For example, neon has two shell, one shell, and that is two shell. Whereas helium only has one shell. For example, lithium has two first shell, and in second shell it has one electron, so it is in period 2. Okay, sodium has first shell it has two electron, in second shell it has 8 electron, and in last shell it has one electron, so it is in period 3. Whereas potassium has two electron in its first shell, 8 in second, 8 in third, and in the last shell it has one electron, so it is in group 4. Why? Because of that is first, second, third, and fourth period. Okay, so now we are going to talk about magnesium. Magnesium has electronic configuration of 2A2. So how many shells it has? So magnesium, I will draw here. Magnesium has 11 electrons. So in first shell we have 2, in second shell we have 1, 2, sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In second shell it has 8, and in the last shell it has 2 electrons. So how many shells are there? There are 3 shells. So it is in period 3. And how many electrons are in valence shell? 1 and 2. So the group is 2. Did you get this point or not? Please leave the comment, so that would be very helpful for me. Now, what happens with the chlorine? Okay, now I will draw for chlorine. Okay, that example will help you a lot. So chlorine has how many electrons? Chlorine has 17 electrons. One, two. So we need 3 shells. Why? Because 2 electrons in the first shell, 8 electrons in the second shell, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We cannot have more than 8 electrons, so we have to move to the third shell. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That is a 7 electron. Okay. So now can you tell me how many shells are there? 1, 2, and 3. So that is in period 3. What about the valence electron? That will determine the group. So we have 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that is in group 7. Now we are going to talk about the relationship between group and periods. So group is always in vertical. Okay, that is group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, 5, 6, 7, and that is group 8. Okay, so it tells us that lithium has one valence electron, ba- barium has two, whereas boron has three valence electron, carbon has four valence electrons. Okay, and similar chemical properties. So group 1, all of these group 1 elements, okay, all of these group 1 elements, they have similar properties. Okay, they will lose one electron. Okay, whereas what is period? Period is all the elements that is called period. If we move from here to here to that side, okay, that is for period, first period. That is, I'm sorry that I cannot make a straight line. That is second period, and that is third period. All the elements, potassium, calcium, scandium, and till the krypton, we have same period. Okay, so number of occupied shells, we have to move horizontal, energy level of an electron. That's all about it.